I'm just going to explain some of the important points regarding Power BI. So we have one file here, the Power BI. So once that we open this file, which is already saved, and the Power BI desktop version software that will open. And once that it is open, and the data is already uploaded and imported from somewhere. So as you can see on the right hand side, we have some data. So the data is like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 tables. And on the left hand side, you can see here, the first is the report view. If we click on the second one, there is the data view. And the third one that we have a model view. Okay, so first click on the report view and click on the right hand side. The dim customer is here and there is a greater than sign here. Once that you click on this, it will expand. Just click on this expand and contrast for all the tables. You will see the number of headings are there, right? Headings mean number of fields. In one table there will be headings, the column name. So all these are the column name, which is also known as fields. Okay, so all these information is available, and here the one data is already that it is already selected. So once that we are going to click on this area, and you will find some of the like rows, columns, and values. So these things will be available only when you click on this area, when you select this matrix. So what is the matrix here? That at the moment you will hover over your mouse pointer towards this area, that visualization, then you will find it here. When you take this mouse pointer to this point, you will find here matrix, and this is highlighted and activated. Once that you click on the empty space here, the white space, then it is deactivated, not highlighted. Again that you click over here and it will be highlighted. The moment it is highlighted, on the right hand side in the data, it will shows some green, and there is a tick along with that. It shows that some of the data has been taken from the table dim date, some of the data has been taken from dim geography and fact internet sales, and those data have been used to create this particular visualization and matrix. So look at this, what kind of data and information is available. When I click on this, I find the calendar year is available. So I click on the calendar year once again, it means that I am going to deselect it. So once I deselected that, I can see that in rows that I don't find anything here, and also in the matrix that we are not able to see any dates over here. Again I click on this date key, then I find all data over here once again, right? So date key, like so we had previously the calendar year. So click on the calendar year, we will find 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 years are here. It means the data from 2010 to 2014 is available with us along with the countries. So it means that this data is under row. So what is the meaning of row? Row means that we have, this is the one row. In one row it is the record of all this information, right? So row means like 2010 Australia, Canada, France, Germany, UK and United States, and total of all these figures, right? Maybe the sale amount. So 2010 is the first row, and second is the 2011, and so on, and along with the total. So this is row. And what is the meaning of column here? So column here is that we can see some of the data is available from this site. So this is English country region. So it is clear from the name itself, it is related to the name of the country. As we can see that once you click on this table, you will find English country name, right? So what you can do, you can just expand a little bit data. Once that you will be able to see the full name. So English country region name. So once you click on this, it means you are going to deselect it. So what happened here, that English country region name means name of the country has gone. Again what you can do, how you can add it, just click on it and drag to the column area. When you click on this, then it will appear. on the at the screen, or you can just deselect it and select it. This is another option. Next we have some values. So now what I did, I have deselected and selected again. So by default it is coming under row, so like it is not displaying here. So what I want, like we know that this country region that we want to show as a column, right? Column means that from the top to bottom, not from the left to right, from the top to bottom. So here what I'm going to do, either I can click on this cross, or what I can do, keep on pressing the left button of the mouse, drag towards the column and release it. So what happened, now it has come as per our requirement. The third data is here, that I'm just going to close it, and the third data is, you can see sale amount. If I click on the sale amount here, it has gone, but what I can see here, rows and columns here, this is the rows and columns, both I can see, but I'm not able to see that sales amount. If I click on the sales amount once again, then this amount is also available with us. So these are the values. So intersection of the rows and columns, these are the cells. In these cells, some numerical data is here. If you talk about the Power BI or Microsoft Excel, so these tools are created by Microsoft company, and these are specifically for giving the facility to the users regarding for analysis of data or analysis of data. So data means numbers. So numbers that we can see here as per maybe the year or a country or a product, or maybe sales or a profit, or a revenue or something like that. Now in this case, as per the data that we have here, now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make some modifications and following some of the steps. So on the left hand side we see that the file and option and setting options, and we will find on the left hand side that under the global data load is here. So auto date time for a new files, right? So in this case what I want, I don't want to use this one, right? So in this case what I want to deselect it, and by default it will be selected. I just want to deselect it. I don't want to use this auto date time for these files, and click on OK. So next what we can do, so we can see the number of rows and columns, and also I'm just going to add some of the information from all these 7 tables which you can see on the right hand side. In this case, that one field name which is known as English product category name, right? So we need to find where it is. So first of all, that we need to expand the dim product category table. So dim product category table, that we find it here. So dim product category table is here. Now that what I want, here the English product category name. So this is one of the element, one of the you can say the field that we want to select it by drag or drop, or just we can click it, right? So where this information that we want this information under the calendar year field. For example, this is the row calendar year field. I want this information, product category. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click it, and what happens, by default it is coming under this one. But once I click on this, I will not be able to see any reaction or some changes. But actually the changes has happened, but how to see those changes, that I am just going to explain in the next step. So once this information is available, right, it means rows. Definitely it is related to the rows, right? So either way we can do, we can just cross it. What we can drag and drop here. This is also another options, right? So by dragging and drop, or by uncheck this checkbox, so that can happen. It will go and it can come easily. So once that it has gone, it is coming. So something is happening here, right? Something is happening. So these two, you can see that the hierarchy that has come. So once that I click on here, it is the hierarchy is not here. So when I click over here, so these some of these features has added in the matrix. So but how to use these features, that that I'm going to explain. So next step is under the visualization window, I'm just going to select the paint roller. So here we have some information. The first one is this is visual data, and here the second one is the format your visuals, and third one is that analyze to your visual. So the second one is this one that I have selected. Under this, row headers. Once I click on the row headers, so what is the meaning of row header? Row header here means this is 1 2 3 4 5, so these are the rows. So row headers are here. So under the row headers, at the moment I click on the row headers, I find something here. This is the plus minus sign icon. So it is by default turned off. So what I want to turn on this feature. So what will happen if I turn on? I have turned it on features, and look on the left hand side here under the calendar here, under these rows, the plus sign has come. I'm just going to magnify this. Look at this. So the plus sign has come. So the moment I click on this, it has gone. So it has come. So now it is there. But what I want, look at this. What I selected first, just select the product category name. So select the product category name. At the moment I click on the plus sign, I will be able to see the different product under the years. So I have seen all different product under these years, right? So I can expand if I want to see the full information. Now what I'm going to do to double check, I'm just going to remove it. The moment I click on this button, like English product category name, so what will happen? It has gone. It has totally gone. So when I click once again, it has come. So this is only because of this, the plus sign that we have activated under the row headers. So this is one of the very good features in Power BI that we can use to understand what are the different product category under under these options. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click at the white space, right? So not at this space, I'm just going to click at the white space. So now it has gone. All the features which were selected has gone. So what I just want to click on the slicer. So slicer information is here. So this is the slicer that we have added. Now, so this slicer is here. So what I want, so for the slicer, I will be going to add some of the information here. So here the product alternate key columns, so that I'm going to go in the dim product table. So let's see, is there any dim product table? So dim product table is here. So under the dim product table, that what I want, that I want to see some information. What is that? The information that will be under the product alternate key. So I'm not able to see any product alternate key here, right? If I find with the P, I cannot see the product alternate key. So to see that one, what I need to do, I need to go to the data view. The moment I will go to the data view and click here the dim product, then I will be able to see the product alternate key, but which is hidden, right? The product alternate key is hidden. The moment I click on the product alternate key, and on the left hand side, that I will be able to see under data view. So this information is here, but this information here, but this is just just gray one. It's not a dark one. So and also that you can see the one I which is crossed one, it means this is hidden. So this is hidden, that we will not be able to see at the time when we go to the report view. We will not be able to see here, right? So this is like how we can hide some of the columns which we feel that is not required and we may not use, but at the back end there is some importance of those columns, right? So let it be like this. Then next what I'm just going to explain here, that how to hide it and how to unhide. So we have already seen that by switching back to the report view and also verified that we will not be able to see the field under the field list, so which is already done. So now what I want, if I want to click it here, then what will happen? So look at this. Now this is available. This is available. So again, if I click on this button and hide it, now the moment I click on hide, so just a little bit dim, for the column name, so that it will reflect that this column is a hidden column. So now go back to the report view once again. Now what I want, I just want to add some of the information. So how to add some information? I can see that in the fact internet sales table. So go to the fact internet sales table. Let's see what happened. So this is the fact internet sales table. I can see some of the information here, just like this is the margin here, and this is the total sale cost. These are the two things. This margin is something else. This is the column. So once I click on this one, then go to here, the data view, I will be able to see something. So look at this. I'm just going once again, click on the margin. The moment I click on the margin here, the what I can see the margin is equal to sale amount minus product standard cost. So product standard cost. So even I can add more columns to it. Let's take an example. If I would like to add some margin here, how I will be able to do that? So look at this. So we need to go to home first, and here that a new column. So remember this one, that margin is equal to sale amount minus product standard cost. Sale minus product standard cost. Click on the column here, and it will reflect here, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to write here margin 2, let's say, right, is equal to, now here that what I'm going to write here, sales. So sales amount minus, so we have product standard cost. So sale minus product standard cost, and press enter. The moment I press enter, so what happened? So this column is added. Now you can see under this, under the data, you can see under the same table that margin, it was already created first. Now we have created the second, margin 2, right? So this is for our reference. How to create it, how we have created, just we should know the formula. The formula is very simple, that if we have a sale minus cost is equal to profit, right? Same thing is happening here. If there is a sale data here and sale minus the cost, so here look at this, the sale amount minus the product standard cost, so that will be the margin which you can see here. I don't want this information, I don't want this column. So what I need to do, I'm just going to right click on this, and I'm going to delete this column. So the message will be, are you sure that you want to delete the margin too? Yes. So I have added and deleted the column. So it means how to create columns and how to delete column. This is also you have learned in this lecture. Now next you can see that one another information is also available along with so here the margin is here, and second the total sale cost is here. So once to click on the total sale cost, you will not be able to see any columns, as you were able to see this margin, and you will be able to see this column. The column by default, the column was selected, but at the time when you click on this total sale cost, you will not be able to see any column here, because this is not column, this is measure. In measure there will not be any column, just only calculation. So how to recognize which field is added as a column and which field is added as a measure? So look at this calculator. When there is a calculator, it means only calculation, it means measures. And when you see this sum sign along with the calculator, it means there is a column. Very simple. Only calculator means measures, only formula is there. So the moment I click on this, you can see this formula, that total sale cost is equal to sum of the total amount. Total sale, the total sale of this company, and total sale of this company, that the sum of the total that will be reflected, that will be stored in one variable. This is known as total sale cost, which is known as measure here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to add new measures. How to create new measures? So you can find here in the table tool, click on the new measures here, or that another option is that right click here, that you will be able to see the new measures or new columns. I want to add a new measure here. Either I can click on here or I can click on this button. So I'm just going to click on this button. The moment I click on this button, so the one by default name that is reflecting on the screen, the measures. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make a new one. Total sale cost is equal to sum of, the moment I just entered the sum, so sum of what? So first of all, fact internet sheet. So FAC, that number of fields means the heading under the fact internet sheet has come. So here that we want to just little bit scroll down, sales amount. So the moment I click on the sales amount here, then what will happen? Or total sale cost, we want a total sale cost, right? So let's see, is there any total sale cost? This is the sale amount and this is the total sale cost 1, let's say. And that I'm just going to close this bracket and enter. So what happened? The new measure is created here. New measure is also created. So I don't want to use this measure. So what I will do, right click on this, either we can rename or we can delete from the model. So I have just clicked on the delete button and I have removed from this. So this is what I have done. I have just added columns and also I have added measures, both how to add it and how to remove it, that we have already done. And the difference between two, that is just in the column definitely is going to occupy more space, but in measures no space is occupied. At runtime it will calculate and that will be we can say the saving of your space. Okay, so this is that we have learned here number of things in this lecture. So now next I just would like to add some of more information that will be related to, I just want to show you something. Look at this, that we can see there are some information, right? So these are the tables name, and what we are doing, we are just looking at this model view. Under the model view, so all these tables are connected with each other, right? So all these tables are connected. So the connection between the table means the relationship establishment. So all these tables have a relationship. We want to see what kind of relationship they have. So when I see it here, that date key, so date key is here, scroll a little bit up. Yeah, so this is a date key and date key as well, order date key. It means this date key is connected with the order date key of this table and under this one. Or we can see that if we hover over a mouse pointer to this point, so product subcategory. So product subcategory, let's see, the product subcategory is here. Yeah, yes. So product subcategory column is also available here in the dim product as well as the dim product subcategory. So it means all these tables have a connection, a relationship with each other. Because of the relationship, the moment when you select some information here, as we have already done, the moment that we have selected some information, a drag and drop, it means all these tables, all these 7 tables are connected with each other. Some of the information is coming from the one table, some of the information is extracting and coming from another table. It is totally based upon the relationship it has established. Sometimes the Power BI have a very good feature of auto detect features. It automatically detects the name of the columns and find what exactly name is. If let's say the name of the column is country and another name of the column is also country in the another table, the moment that you will import data from the different resources, so it will be automatically detected and the relationship will be established. Okay. Now I'm just going to explain one of the important features which is available here. So that will be the slicer. So okay, so how the slicer information that we can see, I'm just going to explain it here. Now in this case, this is slicer information that we have. So how we have added it, I'm just going to do it once again. So this is the slicer, right? So once the moment that you click on the slicer, then this information is available. So what I want, we know that this data is available here somewhere, that I see the DIM product category and English product category name. If I click on this English product category name, so what happened? So some of the information is displayed here, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to expand it a little bit so that it should be visible to you, right? So what I want, if I click on the accessories, you will be able to see that only accessories in all the years will be displayed under the matrix. If I click on bike, only bikes, clothing, only clothing, and other components, nothing is there. So that's why that no any information is coming. So by pressing the control button, I can select all. I can select all. So in this way, the slicer works. Because of the relationship between all the tables here on the right hand side, then we will be able to see this data very easily. Now what we can do, if we want to do something other things, maybe what I want here accessories bike, and this is what English product category name. So what I'm going to do, I have just clicked on this space, the white space here, and here again I'm just going to select one product, English product category name. When I click on the English product category name, I will find this one, right? Now this is not slicer, first of all, because slicer, for the slicer I need to click here. This is not slicers, right? So this is what, this is just a simple table. This is just simple table. How I have recognized, or how we will be able to recognize this is a simple table or a matrix, just the moment you click on here, then this button is activated. Look at this, when I click on the white space, no any activation, right? So when I click on this, it will just like highlighted. So then we will be able to see, it means this is the table which we have selected, and from the table by default the product category name is there. Now what I want, I just go to the fact internet sheet here. So the fact internet sheet, what I see here, I see number of things, but what I want to see some other information. This is the measure that which I have already explained, the measure, right? That's only calculation, total sale cost. So this is total sale cost. If I want to see the margin here, I click on the margin, then what happened? You will be able to see the margin here. It means by selling all the product, that company is having the maximum margin from the bike, right? So bike category. So same table that we have here. Now what I want, I'm just going to copy visual, or that what I can do, and here that what I want to make a new table as well. So here the exactly same thing but in a different way. So look at this, I'm just again going to see and choose English product category name here, which is reflecting to this place. Again I'll go to the fact internet sheet and margin, exactly same thing is reflecting here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to convert into some other features. What are those? Look at this at the top, you can see the stack column. If I click on the stack column, so it is coming here, it is reflecting like this, right? The same thing, it is reflecting here. So in this way that I will be able to know that this is the maximum product, the maximum sale of bike is more than 10 million, but this is just a very less amount of money that the company has received out of selling of these product, and this is the least one, the clothing, right? In the same way that we will be able to convert it into the line chart. When I click on the line chart, it will be showing like this, right? So here once again that I'm just going to click on the stack column. So stack column is available, right? This is the stack column. Again what I'm going to do, I'm just have selected at the white space The same thing I'm just going to repeat for some other things, like English product category I have selected, and from the fact again margin, right? Only two things. But I am just going to click here somewhere line chart. So I click on the line chart. So what you can see that we have a different visualization, different visuals. So here that you will be able to see this margin by English product category name. This is the by default it is coming. Same thing is coming for all the data, right? Same thing. So in this lecture that we have learned number of things. The first is the little bit difference between the columns and the measures, columns and measures, how to create it, how to delete it. Second, that we have learned that this is the matrix, so by default the metric is here. And third thing that we have learned, the use of slicer. So slicer is here, and now that if I'm going to use the slicer bike, and then this data is going to change, maybe bike and then clothing, so only clothing information is coming. So look at this. If I see on the bike, this bike information is here, only bike data. If I click on the accessories, only accessories, clothing, then clothing, components, no components. If I'm going to select all, then all data is the reflecting, right? So everything is the visualized here. So this is the beauty of Microsoft Power BI, to have this visualization.